Welcome to this episode of DIY3DTech.com. In this episode, we're going to be talking about MOSFETs. I'm going to introduce you to MOSFETs. So what is a MOSFET? Well, this is a metal oxide field effect transistor, basically. What it is, it's a big DC switch, if you will. So I'll put a little overlay of graphic up in the corner of a schematic for a MOSFET. So kind of long story short, you apply a little bit of current and you can switch a lot of current with one of these guys. So that's really the power, pardon the pun, behind these. Now, so in short, they're a solid-state relay, but be very careful. They're only a solid-state DC relay. So again, they use a little current to switch a lot of current. And that's basically a transistor, and that's what these are, big transistors, big power transistors. So kind of a long story short, what you do is you run in power from your power supply. You run power out to your bed or your extruder, the hot end of your extruder. And then you run a signal in from your control board to control this, and as your board thinks it's controlling the bed, maybe as in the past it did, what happens is it's controlling this MOSFET. Then this MOSFET is turning power on and off to the bed or the extruder. Now, they come in a couple different sizes. Now, you'll notice this big gargantuan one. This is about 14 bucks. I mean, heck of a steal. I remember back in the day, and like, I think it was the 70s or something, what I'd pay for a MOSFET, and then today I get this monster for 14 bucks. Wow. So that's a pretty good deal. And then these, I forget, these are smaller ones because this one I think is like 45 continuous amps. This is 25, I believe 25, 30 max. And so I bought this one actually for the Tron Xe X5S. So I want to do the heated bed with this one. And because it's so big and I want to drive so much current to it, I went with, again, I think this is a 40 or 45. I bought these a little while ago. But I wanted to go big. And so it would easily take the current because it's got a huge bed on it. Now these littler guys, these are okay for a smaller bed. And these are also good for extruders because, again, one of the things I picked them up is I thought they were cool for the money. And the second piece is I'm going to probably do some modifications to the Wanhao. Because one of the things with the Wanhao, it's kind of wanky, even with the fixes for power. And also, you probably remember all the mods way back in the day because of the wanky way the power was set up, and there was, they were frying themselves and things like that. Well, that's still sort of the case today, and I've got the older one, which I did the video on where I modified it to work with nylon and TPU. And what I'm considering doing is actually converting it over to use these instead of the existing onboard MOSFETs and run separate power to these guys. Now, this also is what I want to bring up, is because you can run multiple power supplies to these MOSFETs also. So because what I'm going to start out with is the existing power supply I have on the Tron Xe has another leg of power available. So what I'm going to use is that other leg of power to drive this thing in the bed. Now, if that doesn't work out, I'm actually probably going to add another power supply, or I'll see if I can't get a bigger one with multiple legs. I'll see what I got laying around the shop and what's out there. But you could actually run two power supplies if you wanted. So you could dedicate a complete power supply to your hot end or your bed, and so get, obviously a far quicker response time in bed warm-ups and that kind of stuff. So that's the advantages. Now, the other advantage is obviously if you smoke one of these MOSFETs, it's rather cheap to replace. So rather than going out and buying a whole new, control board, which you would have to do is if you smoke the MOSFET on the board itself. So anyways, I wanted to introduce you guys to these. Now I'm going to be doing, when I go to add this one to the Tron Xe, and probably when I do these on the Wanhao, I'll do a video on how I did that. And so actually it's pretty simple. So again, you just run the signal in from your control board, into here, and then you run it out here. Now, one of the things to be careful about, depending upon how you hook it up, is your bed and extruder are considered resistors. So in other words, they don't care which is positive or negative. This will care which is positive or negative because it needs a positive current to create that field effect in the transistor to switch this on. So you'll have to check with a multimeter which is positive and which is negative. One will be positive, one will be ground. And you'll have to make sure you connect those correctly here. Also, make sure you connect your power correctly here. these things will fry in a heartbeat if you connect them incorrectly. So again, my suggestion is get all the wires together, double check them with a multimeter, hook it up, and before really going to town, just do a double check of everything to make sure you got things correct, and then go ahead and make your first run. So anyways, hopefully you found this interesting. Swag Shop's going to be up there in the corner. Don't forget about the Swag Shop. Hit me up in the comments below. I know a lot of the A8 users know about these, but I think these are handy for, you know, a lot of kit printers and a lot of printers where you want to kind of you know, give it a little bit of boost, because again, I'm thinking also maybe for the Creality CR10 using one of these too, to, you know, kind of give it a little bit better bed heating. But anyways, comment below and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.
Please click like below and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date on all of our projects.